Right now at 6, some Joplin 8th graders come together to clean up the downtown area. Plus, a local group gets together to clean up the Peace Church Cemetery. Also, the Missouri Department of Conservation is getting some help learning more about Missouri wildlife through some unique games. And we're heading to the Boutique Crawl in Pittsburgh. That's B-O-O.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
One man is dead and a woman is seriously injured in a crash following a police pursuit in Montgomery County. The Kansas Highway Patrol says the crash happened Friday morning just before 11 on County Road 3875, about 2 miles east of U.S. Highway 75. A car driven by 28-year-old Justin Frostad of Neodesha was involved in a police pursuit with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office when it lost control after crossing railroad tracks. The car then veered off the road, overturning several times before coming to a rest on its top in a field just north of that road. Frostad was killed in the crash, and his passenger, 20-year-old Shania Parks of South Coffeyville, Oklahoma, was taken to a hospital in Tulsa with serious injuries. It was chilly when I got out this morning, even a little bit of ice on my windshield. Nick Kelly joins us.
But at least we're done with the rain for the time being, Chris. We've had to deal with quite a few soaking days worth of rainfall, but this time around we got a nice looking look at the sunset from the east side of Joplin, the 7th range line. Plus, it's also nice that the radar is getting a bit of a break after tracking so many days, what felt like so many days worth of rain chances. But even though we're sitting underneath mostly clear skies as we get this evening underway, a look at the wind arrows shows our next cold front already working into central parts of Kansas. That doesn't bring any rain for tomorrow, but that is going to set the stage for a little bit of a downward trend with temperatures for our Halloween. But right now, though, we're near 60 on the Missouri side and pushing lower to middle 60s west of the state line. But eventually, everyone's going to fall through the 60s, 50s, 40s. I think most of us lower to middle 40s by the time we head towards Sunday morning. Chris will break down the trick-or-treater forecast and the rest of the week with, unfortunately, more rain chances on the way coming up in a bit.
All right, Nick, thank you. Well, some 8th graders from Joplin South Middle School got an early start to their Saturday in downtown. The students spent their morning planting flowers in the city's planters along Main Street from 1st to 8th and along Joplin Avenue around 5th and 6th Street. The group was planting fall flowers to help keep the planters fresh and pretty through the season.
Oh, it feels amazing, helping the community and everything. The flowers, it's a little impact, but a little can do a lot.
Those flowers were provided by Albert's Greenhouse of Joplin. Well, plenty of people were on hand for the Fall Workday event over at Joplin's Peace Church Cemetery today. The event was organized by the Peace Church Cemetery Association. Now, helping out with the cemetery cleanup were 50 to 60 cadets with the Joplin JROTC. Volunteers assisted with tree limb and weed removal and also placed section markers throughout the cemetery. The Shoal Creek Conservation and Education Center had 4-staters racing against the clock in a nature escape room. Now, groups had 30 minutes to solve clues and puzzles that would teach them new things about different Missouri species. This event was a different pace from the education events they normally host, and a naturalist with the center says they hope it helped area residents learn something new.
They got to explore something with a tarantula, and then there's our long-nosed gar that's really cool to be able to take a look at as well. So lots of cool things that are happening in our escape room. We just wanted something a little bit different to entice folks that maybe have come to our more traditional programs to come and explore nature in a different way.
The activity was open to all age groups, and any group who was able to solve their puzzles before the time was up won a prize. Well, downtown Pittsburgh hosted its 3rd annual Boutique Crawl. Area boutiques participated by inviting the community to shop locally. Many offered deals like exclusive weekend sales, which some say helps them out by bringing in more customers. Sonder & Co. in Pittsburgh says it's one of their biggest days of the year and also helps them stay connected with the community.
Trick-or-treaters come in and we have candy bowls that they can take from. We have, like, I've seen a little Batman today, or like a cat. It's super cute. Some places give you a discount if you wear a costume. We're doing a spin the wheel, so you can spin the virtual wheel and get a discount that way.
Tonight at 10, we'll have more on how this annual event helps out small businesses. The Missouri Department of Agriculture has announced 12 projects that will receive a grant to help with urban food insecurity. The Joplin Empire Market was one of the 12 recipients on that list. The grant is a matching grant for $45,000 that the market will put toward a commercial kitchen. Officials with the Empire Market say that kitchen will help vendors provide more food options, as well as with the market's Sprouts program, which provides free meals to area children.
It's something that the market has wanted since day one when we opened the doors a little over 3 years ago now, and we're super excited to be able to finally start that process. It's going to be a pretty big project, but we're excited.
Now, the Empire Market is still in need of volunteers. We've got a link to their site in this story on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. And we take this time now to honor one of our many four-state heroes. Sergeant Charles Dernill served with the Army in Iraq, taking part in Operation Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi Freedom, where he received a number of medals and commendations. His hometown, Independence, Kansas. And we're proud to recognize Sergeant Charles Dernill, tonight's four-state hero. Well, still ahead on the KOAM News at 6, the latest on the first confirmed case of COVID at the G20 summit. Plus, a newly declassified report shows what different U.S. agencies did to learn about the origin of the coronavirus and what their investigations found out. But first, here's a look at some of the spook houses and corn mazes in our area. For more details, you can head over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, and click on Events. The first COVID-19 positive case has been identified at the G20 summit. It's a media worker who is being isolated, according to the health department of the Lazio region. The case was identified thanks to the screening at the entrance of the media center, according to officials. Authorities have put strict protocols in place during the summit. Media representatives are required to show a negative COVID-19 test result every 48 hours, according to the G20 health protocols. A newly declassified U.S. intelligence report is offering details about how agencies address the origin of COVID-19. The 17-page document fleshes out a summary released in August that says the investigation is inconclusive. Now, 4 agencies surmise with low confidence that the virus jumped from animals to humans. One suggests with moderate confidence it might have come from a lab. Sources say that lone agency is the FBI, but officials haven't confirmed that. According to the report, the lab theory is based on academic articles from Wuhan Institute of Virology employees. Now, their writings suggest Institute scientists have researched other coronaviruses with inadequate safety measures. The report says the origin of COVID-19 is likely to remain a mystery unless China is more forthcoming with information. It notes the U.S. intelligence community can't even confirm the Wuhan lab was researching the virus that causes COVID-19. Dole is recalling certain packages of its Garden Classic salads due to possible Listeria contamination. The FDA says the packages have a best buy date of October 25th. They come in 24 or 12-ounce sizes. The items were sold in 10 states under the names Dole, Market Side, Kroger, or Salad Classics. No illnesses have been reported, but Listeria showed up during a routine test in Georgia. More details on the specific items included in the recall are on the FDA website. Well, your fast food favorite may contain some dangerous chemicals, and a study looks at the rising rates of Parkinson's disease. Bradley Blackburn has some of the week's top health stories.
A new study shows the death rate from Parkinson's disease has risen more than 60% in the U.S. over the last 2 decades, with mortality twice as high among men. Researchers believe higher levels of estrogen offer women some protection from developing Parkinson's. Pain caused by a heart attack may be felt beyond the chest. A new guideline from the American Heart Association warns discomfort in the shoulders, arms, jaw, neck, back, and upper abdomen may signal a heart problem. Doctors recommend getting these symptoms checked before dismissing them. And chicken nuggets, burritos, and cheeseburgers from your favorite fast food joint may contain chemicals linked to serious health problems. Researchers at George Washington University sampled 64 fast food items from several restaurants. More than 80% included phthalates, which are used in plastics and are known to disrupt the endocrine system. Chicken burritos and cheeseburgers had the highest levels of chemicals, while cheese pizzas had the lowest. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
A little later on the KOAM News at 6, Jacob Leonard is in the house with highlights from Pitt State welcoming in Central Oklahoma.
But first, we're tracking a chilly evening, a chilly Halloween, but unfortunately more rain chances in the extended forecast. We'll break it all down next. It was certainly nice to not have any rainfall throughout the course of this weekend, but it sure has gotten a bit chilly behind our last storm system. In fact, at least we saw a bit of improvement in terms of temperatures compared to yesterday, where we just pretty much held near 50 throughout much of the entire day. But after we started a little cold in the upper 30s this morning, we have no problems warming back up into the lower, if not mid 60s for some of you this afternoon. Thankfully, because all the clouds, all the rain that we've seen since about, you can even argue Tuesday or Wednesday, it's well to the east of us. We enjoyed a much brighter day and a good chance to dry out. After throughout much of this week, we picked up on average 1.7 inches of rain, but some spots saw quite a bit more than that, but everybody saw nothing throughout the course of the day, thanks to mostly sunny skies throughout the entire region. We'll keep things quiet as we wrap up October tomorrow and for Halloween, but with a passing front, we'll have some cloud cover tomorrow and definitely some chilly temperatures still, but we'll keep things dry. I see temperatures staying mainly chilly throughout the entire week ahead, but even though it's nice to dry things out, unfortunately we have more rain chances eager to line back up and head on in, but not much to worry about this evening. Looking at a nice sunset from 7th and Rangeline. We're at 60 in Joplin with a calm breeze. And the humidity not too bad right now, sitting at 49%. We're in the upper 50s to near 60 on the Missouri side and more lower to middle 60s once you work west of US 69 from at least our corners of Kansas and Oklahoma. But everybody will fall into the 50s by 8 o'clock, upper 40s by midnight. Most of us will bottom out in the lower to middle 40s. Not too terribly cold, but certainly a cool start for your Sunday morning. But at least we're dry to start this evening out across the entire region. But you can notice a definite shift of wind speeds out of the north across central Kansas. That shows where our next cold front is. That will be rolling on in as we head into tomorrow morning, but not much of an upper level system with it. So thankfully this will keep us dry as we head into Halloween tomorrow and certainly throughout the overnight hours. In fact, we'll stay mostly clear to start the evening out, but as the front passes through, we're going to see some partly cloudy skies filter on in, but that won't stop us from dropping back on the average about 43 degrees to start your Sunday morning out. A northwest breeze at 5 to 10 picks up a little bit out of the north throughout the day, but that will mean 52 by noon and pushing 59, maybe a couple of spots near 60 with partly sunny skies, but this is not looking too bad. At least we're going to end the weekend on a quiet note, and this is definitely boding well for the trick-or-treaters. Even though we're going to keep things partly cloudy and dry, once we get past sunset, we'll drop to 57 by 5, 50 by 7 o'clock, and already into the mid-40s by the time we hit 9 o'clock. So thankfully, again, dry for Halloween from start to finish, but with a passing wave to the north, we'll watch for some possible showers on Monday, but a wave out west wants to come our way for the middle of the week, and you can see how that wants to line up some much better chances for rain. Thankfully, it's just rain and no thunderstorms by the middle of the week. Let's go 59 on your Sunday, your Halloween. Let's go 51 on Monday, 50 on Tuesday. But those better chances for clouds and rain on Wednesday, Chris. We'll be lucky if we can hit the mid-40s for highs. But fingers crossed, we'll get the rain out of here Thursday morning. And we'll be back in the 50s with partly sunny skies for next weekend.
Those chilly graphics on there definitely describe what's coming up here. It's not going to be too warm at all.
Yeah, but rather appropriate considering we kick off November on Monday, believe it or not.
That's true. And I mean, we're going to shift right into the next season like that. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much. Jacob Leonard now here with sports. The Joplin Eagles are opening up the high school soccer playoffs today.
The Eagles face Republic in the first round of district play. We're going to check in on that. Plus, Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern both at home this afternoon in Week 9 of the MIAA season. We'll have those highlights and more after this. Well, both the Pittsburgh State Gorillas and Missouri Southern Lions are at home this weekend in Week 9 of the MIAA season. Pittsburgh State welcomes in Central Oklahoma this afternoon, aiming for their third straight win. Now, the Gorillas enter the day at 6-2 with 3 games remaining. UCO is 4-4. First quarter, Max Sexton finds Devin Garrison in the end zone. 16-yard touchdown puts Pitt State on top 7-0. Trying to add to the lead here, check out Cross Holmes. Into the wind. Just has enough. The Gorillas get their lead to 10. 4 field goals today, by the way, for Holmes. Second quarter now, Tyler Adkins punches in a 2-yard touchdown. At that point, Pitt State leads 20-7. And then they get a play on defense. It's Galena High School product PJ Sarwinski. Gets the interception. They would get another field goal off of that to lead by 16 at half. Third quarter, Pitt State defense still working. Duba Banconkwo blows up the play, gets the strip sack, forces a punt. In the fourth, though, Central Oklahoma creeps back in it. Josh Moore from Keats Calhoun, UCO, outscores Pitt State 13-0 in the fourth, but the Gorillas do hold on in a tight one, winning 26-20.
Defense played well today, I thought. We battled, and that's what we got to do when we're on the ropes. They got us on the ropes. We battled and fought back.
We struggled to run the ball and pass the ball. We couldn't really get first downs, but at the end of the day, great teams find ways to win, and that's what we did today.
We made it hard on ourselves for 60 minutes today. Thought our defense was outstanding. Special teams, for the most part, was good other than the turnover. But a win, this late in the season, MIAA, we'll take every time.
As for Missouri Southern, the Lions hit the field this afternoon against Missouri Western, and both of these teams are 3-5 through 8 weeks. And the Lions trying to bounce back after a 3-point loss at Emporia State last weekend. Southern down 17-6 late in the second. Reagan Jones keeps it but fumbles. It's recovered by Ian McSwain to give the Lions the ball back. Then later in the drive, 3rd and goal, Dawson Hurl finds his tight end Keandre Bledsoe. 2-point conversion good. Lions trail by 3 at half. They got a little bit of momentum, but the Griffins come out fast in the second half. Jones connects with Cooper Burton. 40-yard touchdown. The Lions down 17 in the third. Hurl back to work, finds Jarmichael Cooper in the end zone. That cuts it to 38-21. Missouri Southern will score again in the fourth. This will be Cooper's second touchdown of the day. Lions, though, not able to keep up tonight. Missouri Western tops Missouri Southern in the end, 45-28.
The thing about starting fast and what our offense has been able to do a lot this year is move the ball. But we got to get to a point where we're getting touchdowns. I don't mind field goals every so often, but it's got to be touchdowns. The ratio's got to be 1-4. Field goals to touchdowns, and getting points with touchdowns changes the outcome of the football. It changes the mindset of their offense. It puts a little more pressure on them.
To Miami now. NEO at home this afternoon facing New Mexico Military Institute. Norsemen try to get back to 500 on the year. Diego Pavia coming around the right side. Clutch catch by Michael Akins. Broncos on the board first, up 7. Jamani Jones takes the handoff here with a straight shot to touchdown for the Norsemen to tie it up. 7-7 in the second. Now in the third quarter, it's Anthony Grant taking the handoff, gets a big shove forward. He takes it in to score. Broncos back up 10. New Mexico Military wins it 17-7 over NEO. Well, today is the opening day of the postseason for Joplin High School boys soccer. Joplin is the 4 seed in the Class 4 District 5 bracket after going 15-6 in the regular season. Now, the Eagles hit the field against Republic in Carthage in the first round of district play. Joplin wins a good one today, 2-1. They now move on to face Kickapoo in the district semifinals on Tuesday. And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Tonight on the KOAM News at 10, we're going to have the latest on a fatal crash following a police pursuit in Montgomery County. Plus, we're taking you to the boutique crawl in Pittsburgh. And the Joplin Empire Market gets a grant to help with an important project. We got those stories and a lot more coming your way tonight at 10. Final check of that forecast, Nick. It seems like it's going to be a bit chilly.
Yeah, chilly, but we'll keep things dry for Halloween tomorrow. During the day, we'll have highs pushing near 59 degrees, partly sunny skies, and we'll keep it dry for the trick-or-treaters as well. But you can see throughout the night tomorrow, 50s and 40s. Definitely going to be cool, but you don't need the umbrella, but you'll definitely need it come Monday and into the middle of next week.
Yeah, certainly looking like it, and it's starting to feel like November, that first week in November.
Numbers like that, definitely making sure it's November.
Nick, thank you. Jacob, I was telling you, I was listening to that Pitt State game on the radio. That was a pretty good game.
They had a bunch of guys step up. Duba McConquo today, 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. He's a redshirt freshman for the Gorillas, so young guy coming up big.
Hey, but they come out on top, so that's
all that matters in the
exactly right. That's right, guys. Thank you so much. That is our time for now. And remember, we're always on at KOAMNewsNow.com and with that KOAM News Now app. Thanks for making us part of your night.